This is why I don't review chick flicks. Never again. The Other Woman stars Cameron Diaz, Leslie Mann, Kate Upton, and Nicki Minaj, and also a guy who I heard he's in Game of Thrones. I haven't seen the show, so I wouldn't know, but apparently he's great in that. And I'll talk about the movie. Also, Don Johnson is in this, and it's directed by Nick Cassavetes, who made The Notebook. And before you start commenting, oh, you're just a man, you don't get chick flicks, or you don't like movies for women, I love The Notebook. Or not love, but I really enjoy The Notebook anyway. And it's not just because Ryan Gosling's in it, although that's 90% of the reason I like the movie. But I think The Notebook is a fine movie. As a romance and chick flick, I guess, I thought it's where they did it well enough. Because I do really enjoy it. I cry the shit out at that movie. Every time I watch it, I cry a lot. Okay? But most chick flicks, I hate. But I don't hate The Notebook. I'll prove it. Look, Bridesmaids and The Notebook. So you see, I like movies like that. Bridesmaids, I frickin' love. Notebook, I really enjoy. At the theater where I work, 98% of the movie, it was all women. And it was like teenagers, little girls, all the way to old women. Like, it was just women were just in droves, basically, coming to see this. Like, yeah, let's have a good time. It'll be a group movie night or something. And, okay, if you want to do that, that's fine. I don't care. But this movie is marketed and is basically a movie for women. Like, watch it and have a lot of fun. But this movie misrepresents women in a way that there's not a scene in the movie where they're talking about anything besides their man. Because the plot is that Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann's actually married to this guy, and Cameron Diaz is dating the same guy. They find this out, so they decide, okay, we need to wreck this guy's life a little because he played us and he's a bad man. They also find out he's dating Kate Upton. So they all team up and they're going to stick it to this guy. But, man, women in this movie are represented poorly, I would say, because, okay, there's another movie like this called John Tucker Must Die. Came out a while ago, 2005 or so, something like that. And those were like college girls doing the same thing. There's a bunch of girls find out John Tucker is all cheating on each of them with all the other girls. So they all team up and they're going to get back at him. And they're college girls. They do like kind of immature things to get revenge. But you know what? They still seem more mature than the women in this movie. Because it's all laxatives and stuff like that. And let's kick them in the balls. Let's make them do the Dumb and Dumber laxative scene. It's all junk like that, pretty much. There's a couple that are really dumb. Like a random scene out of nowhere like, hey, you want to have a threesome? Trust me, this girl's real nice. It's a big dude and dressed as a chick. And the scene lasts 5 seconds. So it's like, what was the point? Cut that out. It's dumb. And Cameron Diaz, as an actress, I really don't like her anymore. I used to like her just kind of based on the first 2 Shrek movies and Charlie's Angels. I was like, yeah, I like Cameron Diaz, but at this point, what has she done really that I like her in? I can't think of anything. I'm literally going to look it up right now. What you expect when you're expecting? I don't know. Green Hornet? Meh. Who gives a shit? Bad Teacher? Awful. Night and Day? Awful. The Box? Awful. What Happens in Vegas? Meh. So, yeah, I guess it's all because of what's it called? Oh no, there's something about Mary. That's the one where everyone was kind of jumped on the Cameron Diaz bandwagon. Like, yeah, she's awesome. Sorry, there's not a lot of her movies that I like now that I look it up. And in this movie, she's highly unlikable. She's a bitch in this movie. Highly unlikable. There's parts eventually where it's like, oh, give her this romance that is very half-assed. It's like, alright, spend about 5 minutes, give her this romance, and that's why I will like her, right? No. That was really bad. Leslie Mann, on the other hand, I enjoy her in every single thing I see her in. She's really funny to me. She's one of the funniest actresses working today, I would say. Everything I see her in. The things that come to my mind, though, are like 17 Again and Change It. Those are the 2 that come to my mind, but then there's like Knocked Up, This Is 40, The 40-Year-Old Virgin. All Judd Apatow movies right there, but she's in a lot of stuff. She's really funny, I think. In this movie, she's funny, but also gets kind of cartoonish. But I enjoyed it. She made me laugh consistently. Kate Upton, she's a model. Can she act? No. Do they use her in the movie? No. She's there for a slow motion scene running around with her gigantic boobs bouncing up and down. Essentially, she's not even needed in the movie. You could have cut her whole character out and just been like, Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann team up and wreck this guy. But then they have to add Kate Upton because, oh, that'll get guys in the movie. Kate Upton's pretty hot. Guys will want to take their girlfriends to see the movie now, right? Kate Upton is so wasted. She's the third wheel of third wheels in this movie. She barely gets any lines, to be honest. She says about 10 things in the movie. The camera's never even looking at her besides when she's half naked. When it's a talking scene, it's like they completely ignore her and try film around her. It's like she can't act. Keep her out of the movie. Just Cameron Diaz and Leslie Mann. Just them. Okay, we have to give her a line. Okay, there she is. Back to the movie. They really don't want to use her in this movie. Pay attention to it. They film around her. They don't give her anything to do. And Nicki Minaj, I was ready to hate her guts. Because you know what? Rihanna in Battleship was awful. And I was thinking, another pop star that can't act and they're putting her in a movie. You know what? Nicki Minaj can act. Because I watched the movie and she could act. She did not seem awful to me. I was like, okay, she's good. Her voice is annoying me, but she's a good enough actress. I didn't hate her in the movie. Her voice, though, was kind of annoying. And her hair literally changed at every scene. She had a completely different hairstyle every scene. She dyes her hair a lot. The guy that they're basically messing with the whole movie, he was really good. His reactions to a lot of things. He was just funny to me because he's getting messed with immaturely and it's kind of like, yeah, laxatives. I saw Dumb and Dumber. That was good, like over 10 years ago. But his reaction in the scene and stuff was funny to me. Don Johnson is in this movie. I liked him in Django, and I hope he gets more work with Tarantino, because this is just kind of like, it's not bad work at all. He's here for 5 minutes also, and he's good at what he does. It's just, I don't want him in these kinds of movies. Don Johnson was awesome in Django. He was in Miami Vice, stuff like that. Don't put him in this shit. Cameron Diaz's love interest in the movie, he was just a bland, generic guy. Who cares, really? And Nick Cassavetes made The Notebook, and then he made this. Notebook's not amazing, but it's good enough. I enjoyed The Notebook, and this is a steep drop down from The Notebook, so Nick Cassavetes needs to find better work. But I did laugh at a lot of the movie. I laughed. It was humorous. It was mostly physical or bodily humor, like people falling out windows, laxative scenes, stuff like that. But I laughed. I can't help it. I laughed. But a lot of the movie just, God, so many cliches. These women are grown-ass women. They're acting less mature than the college girls in John Tucker Must Die. That's a bad sign. And like I said, they spend the whole movie just talking about their man and how they gotta get back at the man. It's just like, oh, pro-women movie where all they do is act like stereotypical women talking about shoes and clothes and men. Come on. Bridesmaids. I know it's set around a wedding, but aside from that, it's really good at not doing that kind of crap in the movie. The other woman gets an E, a rare rating, I would actually have to say. I've never given a movie an E before, because it's not absolutely awful, it's not F-worthy, but I think giving it a D would even be too much praising it, because I laughed, but I cannot support this movie very much, because it's not a good movie, so I'd give it an E. So comment below if you've seen the other one, tell me what you think, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.